Hi crafty friends, Melissa Minor here. Thanks so much for joining me on my YouTube channel. Today I'm using a fun sketch and a cut file, and I'm showing you the brand new collection from P13 called Beautiful Moments. So let's go ahead and jump in and get started. All right, first I have this gorgeous collection from P13 called Beautiful Moments. I've got the 6x6 paper pad here. Then I also have some chipboard embellishments. So P13 always has lots of gorgeous chipboard embellishments that you can leave as is. You can paint them up, you can color them up with markers, however you wish. So these are all, you can see they've got some floral themed here, but this whole Beautiful Moments collection is really designed around documenting those wedding occasions. So we've got some birds here, so that's really pretty. Then I've got a few of the cut-aparts. Now, these are actually on the back of the paper collection. So I've got some extras here, some cut-aparts. So those are nice. You can fussy cut those with your scissors or just use like a circle die or a rectangle die and cut those out. So here is a look at the 6x6 paper pad. And like I was mentioning, the front cover has those fussy cut images. Then let me hold this up to the camera so you can see here. This pink has some distressing in it. Then we've got this gorgeous white design here. Lots of pretty florals throughout the whole collection. This one has a design on it. Then we've got some cut-aparts here. So really pretty. I'll just flip through these so you can see all the pretty florals and wedding images. So you get 24 double-sided sheets, and there's 4 sheets of 6 designs. Now the same holds true for the 12x12 collection. So you get more cut-aparts on the 12x12, but the paper images are the same. They're just a little bit larger scale for the images. So you can see here, here's the flowers. And you can kind of see that design a little bit better on the 12x12 paper collection here. So I will leave these products linked down below in the description box if you're interested in purchasing any of the P13 items. And there's several different manufacturers here in the US that sell them, but you can find them at your local retailer. All right, so let me go ahead and jump into today's project and what I'm going to be using. So the first thing I'm doing is I have used an Allison Davis cut file, and I'm using an Allison Davis sketch. So this cut file is called the Half Sunburst, and it's available at Scrapbook Generation. And what I did was I went ahead and cut this on my Cricut. And, you know, you could put your pattern papers in here, but what I decided to do was just cut this out on white cardstock. And I have numbered the sunburst in order all the way around. And I'm also taking apart this outline. And I'm not sure at this point if I'm going to use the outline. So it's getting a little tangled here, or if I'm just going to use the sunburst pieces. But what my plan is I'm going to take each of the sunburst pieces that I numbered, and I want to put them on the 6x6 pattern papers and then trace around them so that I can make this half sunburst on my cardstock or on my layout. So here we go. I've got the outline here, and that's just going to be a placement guide for right now, so I can see where to put the images. So I'm going to go ahead and take this first piece in the paper pad. I'm going to find my pencil, and I'm going to trace this. Now later on, I decide that I don't want that pencil mark on the front, and I end up flipping my patterns upside down and tracing them. And that's what I recommend so that you don't have to erase any pencil lines. So I'll go ahead and tear these out. Man, these are in here good. And I accidentally ripped that front cover a little bit when I was getting that out. They're in there good. So I'm going to take my scissors now and just cut out this first piece that I drew here. And then I'll have the start of my Sunburst pattern. So let me snip this off. And at this point, I think I want to glue them onto this pattern, but later on, I'm going to decide to not use this outline. I'm just going to use it as a guide, and I'm going to go in and snip my papers and make them a little bit smaller, you know, just to write on the pencil line, and then I'm going to distress all the edges. So fast forward here a little bit, and I traced all the pattern papers, and I have them now, and I'm just placing them here as a guide. And I find that when I try to lift this up, it's a little bit difficult, but I can put this back on and the reason it's difficult is because I cut my pieces of pattern paper a little bit larger because I thought I was going to glue it on the back. If I would have cut them to size, they would have just fit right in the pieces. So now I'm going to go back and I'm going to turn the camera off and I'm going to snip these down and I'm going to distress all the edges off camera. And I won't make you watch me do all of that. So I'm going to take these all off now and I'm going to cut that large 12 by 12 piece of paper down to 11.5 by 11.5. And then I'm going to place this on a white piece of pattern or cardstock. So I'm going to put my adhesive here because I've got my pattern and I know where this first one goes. So I'm going to kind of use this as a guide and get this all adhered down. So I love that. This makes making a sunburst so easy. So like I said, I'm using the Sunburst cut file, but I'm also using one of Allison Davis' new sketches. She's got a whole download available that has one-page sketch ideas for sunburst patterns. And then there's also cut files to go with each of them. So how easy is that? So I have the sketch off to the side. It is a paid cut file, so I'm not able to, or it is a paid sketch, so I'm not able to show that. But I just wanted you to see how easy this is. Now this is my interpretation of her sketch. I do make a few changes. But I'm first putting down the cut file and I think it looks really pretty. So I'm getting all of these lined up and I'm no longer using my little pattern piece. I'm just kind of eyeballing it here. Now, if you're one of those people that need everything to be exact, you could bring that pattern back in from the cut file and get all of your pieces adhered down nicely. Okay, so I think that looks really good. So now I'm ready to figure out my embellishments. So for my embellishments, I went ahead and fussy cut some of the florals here, and I think I just want that right at the center to kind of cover up where those all meet. And I'm looking here on the cut apart sheet to see if I want anything else. And I do think I want another set of leaves. I think the leaves are gonna make this really stand out because they've got more color in them. So I really like that. So I'm going to end up adding those leaves as well. I'm not going to glue any of this down yet. I do want to pop this up on some foam tape to give it some dimension. So I will get some foam tape and get those adhered down. Now here's the photos I want to scrapbook. And this is me, my brother, my mom, and my stepbrother. And then that other picture is a picture of my brother and my oldest son, Logan. And my brother got married last fall. We all went to Florida and we all live in different parts of the world, not the world, of the US. And so it was nice to all get together for his wedding and it was so pretty. It was outdoors. It's actually on a beach, but there was this little area with these trees that the ceremony was held under. Just like the beach was across the street. It was on an island and it was so gorgeous. Now on Allison's sketch, she does have the photos tucked behind the cut file, but I've already adhered my cut file down, so that's not really going to work for me. And I don't like the way it looks with my pictures kind of poking out between some of the pieces. So I like this better. I'm just going to place my photos on top at kind of the same direction that she had them. I've got a 4x6 photo here of our family, and then I have a 3x4 of Logan and my brother Kyle. And so I will just adhere these down a little bit off center, and that will be my photos. All right, so I'm going to put these right into place here. And then I need to start working on a title and get my embellishments adhered down with some foam. So here I'm bringing in just a little piece of fun foam, and I'm going to snip this down to size. I like to use this because I can create any size that I want, and it's also not super thick. You know, some of those foams are really thick and some are really thin. I think this is just the right dimension for my layouts, and I order this on Amazon. It's just a craft foam. So there we go. I've got a couple pieces cut down. I'm gonna add one more here. I'm also gonna add a little bit of foam to the back of the leaves. I want those popped up as well at the same level. And you know, I'm not gonna do a lot of embellishing on this layout. I think the sunburst pattern, that to me is the embellishing, and it really lets the papers shine through. Sometimes I really like just a minimal layout, and I think that this is it. And I think that it gives just a really nice soft feel. It's not over embellished, if you know what I mean. So I've got those flowers adhered down, and they were easy to fussy cut. They moved a little bit here. I didn't hold that down. And then I'm trying to figure out where I want the flowers or the leaves. And I thought I want them at the bottom. I think I ended up moving them. Yeah, I moved them to the top. And that's so I can leave some room for journaling. Now, I'm not going to do my journaling on camera. I will do that off screen. But what I like to do is just open up a blank pages document in my MacBook. And I do 1.5 spacing, and I just type it, and then I cut them apart. And that way I can have little strips. And I'm going to put my strips down there underneath my photo. I'm using one of the chipboard pieces from the P13 Beautiful Moments, and it says "This Day." That's super cute. Now for my alphabets, I'm using this Uptown alphabet die from scrapbook.com, and I have both the upper and lowercase, and this is one of my favorite die sets for making titles. I mixed and matched both the upper and lowercase, and I just love that really elegant font. So now I'm going to bring in my precision glue press. I've got some Nuvo Deluxe glue in here. I'm using my reverse tweezers. And I'm going to add some glue to the back of each of these letters and then just get them adhered down. So we'll glue these down right above this photo. Now in Allison's sketch, she does recommend the journaling strips up here where I'm putting my title. And then where I'm doing my journaling, that's where she has her title. So it's just, I've just kind of flip-flopped the two. So if you were recreating this, you could do either or, and I think either or would look really nice. So I've got the families spelled out here, and I just used some white cardstock, and I used the thicker cardstock so that it gave my letters just a little bit of extra dimension here. So we'll get this last one in place, and then I've got the eye. Let me grab the dot to the eye. And we'll get that glued down as well. Let me poke it out. And we'll add a little glue. And then that will be my title. So pretty. Now I need to determine if I want to use any sequins and what color. And I think I just want to use like a clear. It's really, really just something subtle to go along with the softness of this layout. Off camera, I did also fussy cut another set of leaves. I just felt like it was missing something up here. And so I do want to add a set of the leaves just to kind of soften that transition between my two photos here. So I'll get those leaves adhered down. And then you'll see the sequins already on my layout. So off camera, I used some Pink and Main embellishments. They've got such a beautiful collection of sequins, and so I added 3 to that lower left cluster of flowers, and then I've got 3 scattered around my title at the top. So not a lot, just a few to give it that extra little sparkle. So I added a little bit of foam to the top here, and that's going to complete today's layout. If you've enjoyed this video, please hit that thumbs up button. If you're new, I hope you'll subscribe and come back. If you're interested in any of the products I used today, I will have links listed down below in the description box. And if you don't already follow me on Facebook and on Instagram, I would love for you to follow me on those platforms as well. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll catch you in the next video. Bye!